Welcome all. This lecture is on conformations of cyclohexane. Cyclohexane is the most stable alicyclic ring system. If it exists in the planar form, then the angle between any two CC bonds will be 120 degrees. The normal tetrahedral bond angle is 109.5 degrees, and but here this tetrahedral carbon is having the bond angle. The sp3 hybridized carbon here is having a bond angle of 120 degrees. So there is a considerable deviation from the normal tetrahedral bond angle. As a result, this molecule will have an angle strain. The angle strain between these two CC bonds will be the normal tetrahedral bond angle 109.5 minus the actual bond angle 120 degrees divided by 2. That gives 5.25 degrees. So like this, there is angle strain between all the carbon-carbon bonds. So this angle strain increases the energy of the molecule. That is why cyclohexane does not exist in this planar form. Suppose if it is existing in the planar form, every carbon will have a CH bond above the plane and CH bond below the plane. CH above this plane in this carbon and the CH bond above the plane in this carbon will be eclipsing. The CH bond here and the CH bond here also will be eclipsing. Like that, there will be 12 eclipsing interactions in the planar form of cyclohexane. That is why there is considerable angle strain in the planar form. There are 12 eclipsing interactions. In order to avoid the angle strain and the energy rise due to the eclipsing interactions, cyclohexane exists with the non-planar conformations which are called the puckered ring structures. The different non-planar conformations of cyclohexane are chair form, half chair, twisted boat, and boat form. One chair form can be converted into another chair form by lifting this down carbon up and up carbon down. In this chair form, in the planar structure of cyclohexane, all the 6 carbon atoms were in a plane, whereas in this chair form, the non-planar conformer, the puckered ring structure, these 4 carbon atoms in the middle are in the same plane, and one carbon is below the plane, the other one is above the plane. We can convert this chair form into another chair form by lifting this down carbon up and this up carbon down. First of all, when we lift this down carbon up gradually, it becomes half chair. And still when we lift it up, it becomes a twisted boat, and then it becomes boat. Now we have to bring this up carbon down. When we bring this up carbon down, once again it becomes a twisted boat, and then it is converted to another half chair, and then it becomes another chair form. Let us see how it happens. We can visualize the interconversion of the different conformers of cyclohexane. Now from the chair form, this down carbon is slightly lifted up. Now it has become half chair. Now still it is being lifted. It goes through the twisted boat into the boat form. Now this is the boat form of cyclohexane. It becomes half chair. Still, when this carbon is brought down, it becomes another chair. So these are the different conformers of cyclohexane: chair, half chair and boat. One chair is converted to another chair. This is called a ring flipping. And during this ring flipping, all the axial bonds are converted to equatorial bonds and equatorial are converted to axial. Actually, this rounded bond in this previous chair form was in the equatorial position. Now that has become axial bond. Chair form of cyclohexane is the most stable conformation. In this most stable conformation, the bond angle between any two CC bonds is approximately 109 degrees, which is the tetrahedral bond angle, which is closer to the tetrahedral bond angle. And in this chair form, in the Newman projection, we can see all the CH bonds are staggered and there is no eclipsing interactions. So in the planar form, there is huge angular strain present. That angle strain is absent in the chair form. In the planar form, there were 12 CH-CH eclipsing interactions, and those eclipsing interactions are absent here as all CH bonds are staggered. Since the angle strain is not there, no eclipsing interaction is there, this chair form becomes more stable. And this chair form of cyclohexane is achiral, since there is a plane of symmetry present in this molecule. A plane connecting 1, 4 is the plane of symmetry, which can divide the molecules into two equal halves. So this chair form of cyclohexane is achiral, but there are 6 Gauss butane interactions present in this chair form. You can just see carbon number 2, 3, 4, 5. You can just consider this like a butane. And with respect to bond C3C4 bond, these two bonds are having Gauss interaction. Just like that, 1, 2, 3, 4. This part of the molecule can be considered like N-butane, and here with respect to the bond between C2 C3, these two bonds will have the Gauss interactions. So this 1 2 3 4 2 3 4 5, like that you can find 6 Gauss butane interactions. Every Gauss butane interaction increases the energy of the molecule by 0.9 kilocalories per mole. Since there are 6 Gauss butane interactions, the energy of the molecule is raised by 5.4 kilocalories per mole. And apart from this energy raising Gauss butane interaction, there is another repulsive interaction present in cyclohexane, that is the 1,3 diaxial repulsive interaction. These two axial bonds will repel each other. As long as these are hydrogens, the repulsion becomes negligible. Instead of hydrogen, if you have some other bulky groups, this 1,3 diaxial repulsion will raise the energy of the molecule considerably. In the chair form of cyclohexane, there is a principal axis of rotation present at the center of the ring, and all the CH bonds which are parallel to this principal axis are called axial bonds. All the axial bonds are shown with red lines here, and these are all parallel to this principal axis of rotation. And there are 6 other bonds present in all the 6 carbon atoms which are shown with the blue color. they are all uh, directed away from this axis and at an angle of 109.5 degrees. And these are all called equatorial bonds. In each carbon atom of this chair form, there is an axial CH bond and an equatorial CH bond. All the CH bonds in the adjacent carbon atoms are staggered with respect to each other, and hence there is no eclipsing interaction present in this chair form. So in the planar form of cyclohexane we have seen there are 12 eclipsing interactions present, but in the chair form all the CH bonds in the adjacent carbon atoms are staggered, and hence there is no eclipsing interaction, and hence this chair conformation is more stable than the planar form. In fact, this is the most stable conformation among all the possible conformations of cyclohexane. As we have discussed so far, in its chair form has 6 axial bonds and 6 equatorial bonds. And all the axial bonds which are looking upward are called beta axial bonds, and these 3 axial bonds which are looking downward are called alpha bonds. So there are 3 beta axial and 3 alpha axial bonds in cyclohexane. Likewise, there are 3 alpha equatorial and 3 beta equatorial bonds. So the beta bonds are the ones which are looking upward, and the alpha bonds are the one which are looking downward. When the cyclohexane undergoes ring flipping, all the axial bonds will become equatorial and all equatorial bonds will become axial, but the alpha bonds will remain always alpha and the beta bonds will remain always beta. Now let us see how the ring flipping converts all the axial bonds into equatorial and equatorial bonds into axial. This is the cyclohexane chair form. The 4 carbon atoms in the middle are lying on the same plane. This carbon is above the plane. Now this looks exactly the chair. Ring flipping is not the mere rotation of the molecule. Instead, keeping the middle carbons in one plane, we are bringing the down carbon up and up carbon down. That is called ring flipping. The down carbon is brought up, the up carbon is brought down. Now, all the axial bonds are converted to equatorial and all equatorials are converted to axial. And this becomes very obvious now when we insert a ball here. I have inserted a ball in the axial position, and then now I am doing the ring flipping. When we do the ring flipping, the ball which was originally present in the axial position has now occupied the equatorial position. Therefore, the ring flipping of the chair form of cyclohexane converts all the axial bonds into equatorial and all equatorial bonds into axial. And this is the board conformation of cyclohexane. This has 4 types of hydrogen atoms. These hydrogens 1, 2, 3 and 4. These hydrogens, the 4 hydrogens which are looking down, these are both axial hydrogens, or they are called quasi-axial hydrogens. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 hydrogens which are denoted here as QE, are quasi-equatorial bonds or the both equatorial CH bonds. Apart from these 8 hydrogens, we have 2 hydrogens here. These are called flagpole hydrogens, and there is a steric repulsion, there is a repulsive interaction between these 2 flagpole hydrogens, which increases the energy of the molecule to a considerable extent, and that is how it is destabilizing this conformer. Apart from these flag pole hydrogens, we have the two hydrogens at these two ends, which are denoted as BS. They are called bowsprit bonds. These bowsprit bonds are going away from the ring, and in this boat conformer, there is flag pole interaction that raises the energy. Apart from that, there are eclipsing interactions between the axial hydrogens, these two axial CH bonds, these two and these two and these two will have eclipsing interaction. In a similar way, there are eclipsing interactions between the equatorial bonds. These two are eclipsing, these two and these two, these two. So there are eclipsing interactions between the axial and equatorial CH bonds, which are also responsible for the rise in energy of this conformer. That is why this boat conformer is having higher energy than the twisted boat. This boat form has a C2 axis of rotation at the center, and as we have discussed, there is flag pole interaction, eclipsing interactions between axial and equatorial bonds. Apart from all these repulsive interactions, there are four Gauss butane interactions present in this molecule. You consider this carbon as 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you consider this portion of the molecule, this looks like N-butane, where with respect to this CC single bond, these two bonds are having Gauss butane interaction. Likewise, just you consider 1, 2, 3, 4, and in this part of the molecule with respect to this carbon-carbon single bond, these two bonds can be rotated, and in this boat form these two are having Gauss interaction. Likewise, there are four Gauss butane interactions which I have mentioned here. So the Gauss butane interactions, flag pole interactions, eclipsing interactions, all these repulsive interactions are raising the energy of the molecule, and that is why this conformation of cyclohexane is having higher energy than the twisted boat form. When we try to convert the half chair conformer into boat form, we are going through this conformer called twisted boat or twist boat form. In this twist boat form, the eclipsing interactions are not as in the case of boat form. The eclipsing interactions are reduced, and these flag pole hydrogens are going little far from one another. And because of all this, and the Gauss butane interactions are also reduced. That is why this twist boat form is having a lower energy than the boat form by 1.6 kilocalories per mole. So we have seen in the boat form there was flag pole interaction, eclipsing interactions, the Gauss butane interactions. All these repulsive interactions are reduced in this twist boat form. That is why this twist boat form is having a lower energy than the boat form. Now let us see what happens to the energy of the cyclohexane molecule when one chair form of cyclohexane is converted to another chair form. This is the chair conformation of cyclohexane, where these four middle carbon atoms are in one plane. This carbon is below the plane and this is above the plane. Now when we try to lift this carbon up, This carbon also comes to this plane and it is becoming another conformer called a half chair conformer. This half chair conformer is the one with the highest energy, and this has 11 around this has 11 kilocalories per mole higher energy than the chair form. When we try to lift this carbon still above the plane, it gets into another conformation called twisted boat, and this twisted boat is having lower energy than the half chair. And when we lift this carbon still up, we get into another conformation called boat conformer, which is having 1.6 to 1.8 kilocalories more energy than the twisted boat form. Now, if this carbon, so far we had been lifting this carbon up, now we shall bring this carbon down. When we bring this carbon down, we will once again go through another twisted boat, a half chair, and then another chair form. This is what happens to the energy of cyclohexane during this ring flipping of one chair into another chair. We will continue our discussions with another topic in stereochemistry. Until then, bye from Amlor Podas. Thank you.